Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in. Another daily chat that we have in here. It's going to be a very good discussion on it. It is about frozen in time. What is frozen in time, though? That is an event, is a something that happened in your life, and you froze in time. That frozen pain or something, it's also addicted to you or attaching to you that you actually froze in there. What did you froze though? What is the thing that you froze? You froze energy, you froze a gravitation, you froze an emotion. And that emotions, it comes in within your subconscious mind. And all of a sudden, you are looking at from within you why you attract certain events in your life and why they are correlated to these frozen in time situations. And when you understand that frozen in time situation, all of a sudden, all your triggers, everything within your life points out to this point of time. You can have one, you can have a several frozen in time situations from within you. When you begin to evolve, though, those frozen in time, those spots within you of blocked energy, of blocked gravity, blocked emotions, they're gonna comes in triggers. It is the part of the shadow work that you are doing from within you. Very beautiful that comes in with this frozen time is right now during this purging period from within. So I'm gonna go through this pretty quick, but let's recognize the people in chat. Christine, Diamond B, Erica, Carl, Lucy. Erica, get your message. I'm gonna make the chart after I get done with this daily chat and here. Very good of the wounded healer part. If you guys are healers from within, hi Quantum, thank you for being here. Is that to heal an experience and look in the gravitations when somebody tells you, for example, why you're gravitating due to those people? Why do you go and attract certain people, certain situations, certain things? I was froze in time. Subconsciously, I didn't realize that I was attracting certain people simply because within me, in order me to grow and keep continue growing, this situation is not solved, is not resolved from within me. And this energy makes me stuck. You're stuck within this pattern from within. So I was looking at while I was working with someone, I was looking me where I was stuck. How did I got stuck? How this energies within me that were go ahead and impact my life. So actually, as a wounded healer, by helping someone, I actually help myself more in that situations. Unresolved issue in me. I solve that issues with me by working with somebody else. And I want to ask you, what is your frozen time? Why do you attract certain scenarios in your life? Why do you act or behave in a certain manners or in situations within your life? And why later on you still see why did these events happen to me? Why I can't solve these issues? Why I can't resolve this issue? Why I can't get this? Why I can't get that? So, as we talked about yesterday, when you say I can't, that it's mean that is the area of concern that you need to grow from within you. That's point out the area that you need to grow. That's point out the block energy within your own self from within. What was my blocked energy in this case? That was it, the situations that I was reacting in a very silent mode from within me. A silent mode that was related to figure out why all these situations happen, not only within me, but I'm talking about within my personal bloodline in there. I wanted to know why I was different. I wanted to know why I was in these situations. Why do I attract only a certain type of people to relate me, to figure it out an issue that was long created before even my existence? I'm not talking about existence as a soul, as an energy. I'm talking about born being here and these situations. So through working with someone, I did that inner realizations from within me of what actually was within the family line in there. Through that gravity, I begin to understand that that was the issue that I came to solve from within me. It was very well that at that time, uh, how I am, I'm doing okay. The energies are intense for it. A lot of people coming in from the shadow begin to testing things there, begin to do things from within. You're going to understand that the people's going to behave out of the wounds right now. Since those wounds are coming out, the energies are intense, the situations are intense, and so on. But the beauty was within this frozen time situations, unstuck gravitations, unstuck energies within me, and helped me to heal wounds that I actually had and I was not really aware of. To understand that, I wasn't aware of. I wasn't aware of all these family situations until the pieces didn't come up together. Hi, everybody. Those wounds, I have to look at them. How did they coming in? So, for example, you go someplace, you attract the same personality person. Somehow, magnetically, you attract. But what is attracting you? Is attracting you your wound. Your wound needs to be healed and attracts the same person, attracts the same situations, attracts the same positions, attracts the same talks, and attracts the same thing. Why? What is the most common between this person and the next or the previous persons that you had? What was that? The wound. You're frozen in time wound. Subconsciously, you're looking to resolve something from within you. You're looking, you're asking, you're looking at for it like I was looking for it. I was looking why I was, for example, doing certain things to help broken people, even though they didn't ask for my help, what it was for, and so on and so on. I'm looking at in the issues was from within me. That's how I was. But to some of the people, I was giving a help without asking why. Why was that in me? Why I was attracting a certain personalities that they took in advantage of all this. Well, I give them the advantage to show me what I need to heal from within me. But that issue right there was within also within the bloodline. It was created there. It was created long time ago. So I can be able to see and to heal and so on and so on. This frozen in time situations, once you get it healed, oh, the light from within you is going to be different. You're going to feel more light. You're going to feel more like there is nothing more to do. You're going to feel like you're missing something. What are you missing? You're missing the pain from within you. You're missing this part of the shadow that was bugging you. You're missing this triggers that someone did to you. But the triggers was also from within you. Now, since this wound in frozen time is healed from within you, you can go ahead and move. What is those trauma can be? They could be so many. They can be an energy level, they can be an emotional level, which is most of the time that's what begins through the emotions. They can be your mind, the perceptions of how you see things, and there could be a something that you wanted so much. But underneath that help, that thing from so much, like for example, helping to resolve the issue, whatever the issue might be, you will find something very precious in there. That is it, the self-sacrifice underneath. The sacrifice to help, to better, to do things and get things from it. But when you grow up, when you get into this level and you're like, well, I help and something happens, I helping, something happens. Why is it that? Why I am the wounded? You don't look within the wound. And when you look at it deeply within the wound, you find the answers in there. It's a beautiful shadow work. So that shadow works, it tells you a lot of stuff. You carry that pain for a long time with you. And now, when you dive deep in there, you're diving within the time, with that frozen in time, unresolved issues from within that your subconscious somehow leads you to be resolved, as is the soul connections. In order to get into this purification process, you cannot have this frozen time moments within you because those frozen time of moments all of a sudden there's going to be tell you you can't keep on going, you can't evolve to where you need to be, you can't get into these positions from within yourself because you are carrying this old trauma within yourself. You have to be a fully healed from within yourself, fully healed from within. So whatever happened and happened, you have to learn from the past, you have to learn this, but you also have to look from within. What is this? You to give help when you were never asked for it. And then you asking why I'm in pain. You guys seen that? What I'm saying? Where did that come from? Come from the childhood. The appreciations that I came in from never being accepted someplace. You came in from uh, the the bullying at school. It came in from so many things. Why? Because I was not appreciating myself in that case. So the pain of this childhood that leads to the bullying, that leads to all these situations, was stuck in time from within. Now, every time when it comes and people push my triggers, like I'm not appreciated, guess what? I was going to a different mode. I was triggered from within. And now, from within me, I don't look from within me. I was looking within a person. But now, looking at from within me, I recognize this case, these situations from within me. But it's good that when you have this communications, when you have this uh, beauty of working together on an individual base, but together as a collective, it shows up how much healing do we need, but also shows the model that we are going to use in the age of Aquarius. It's beautiful energy, guys, and it helps me. I mean, I felt last night. I stayed. Probably we're talking about like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was just listening to some music, watching some videos, but I just purged all this from within me. I was purging that. It was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful release from within. Because I've been carrying this luggage within me for a very long time. Just because I'm a highly empath and build a highly empathy, is that's where it comes in and you understand from within yourself. Don't go ahead and put the seeds over the stones. They have to go in the earth. So if you put your seeds over the stones, are they going to grow? No, they're not. And that's what it was, this energy that I was giving, I wasn't receiving. Why? Because I was giving, but the person never asked me for that energy. I would just give it to them. So I was wondering why I don't have energies exchanges. The person wasn't ready to give. That's a whole another issue. But that energies exchanges that we have, and if you have within your soulmate, twin flames, energies exchanges with divine partners, and so on and so on, that's what this is. It's different when you give for the collective. That is okay. That is your missions. That's the stories. I'm talking about like you see someone and try to help them and push them to help them. No. When a day comes in, they are sent by the universe to you. You help them out. You see the results, and you see the other side from within you. That's what this beauty of this is. I want to give you one psychology post. There, I put it in the group. If you're not in a face group that is designed for this chat, I posted the post there. I'm going to give you the link, guys, here for a reference. You can get this from within you, but understanding that this stuckness from within, it prevents you to evolve. And when you go in your journey, in your spiritual journey, and then all of a sudden you came to this point that triggers your anxiety, your anger, all of a sudden you are just out of the blue, you decide to, I don't want to be with this person. I don't want to be with this situation. So I don't want to be with that. Why don't we put in the plane? Is this situation was repeated from before? Is this situation come more within your life? Why just not debunk it? So, for example, get a piece of paper and you write it down. Hey, I got these situations. I'm giving too much. Hey, I got these situations. Nobody asked me why. Why? Because I act like this. Why act like this? Because that's what I thought it was. I was expectations to have received something. Why I wanted to respect to receive something. All because I was like this. I didn't have communications. Why? Why? Because I was bullied at school. Why I was bullied at school? I had a lack of confidence. Why do I have a lack of confidence in me? Because I haven't built it from within me. But that is the wound that I was carrying. The wound that pushed me forward to move in life, it is the same wound that actually was stopping me to even go more forward. So if you have a wound as a motivations from within you, look at that wound from within yourself. That's where you froze in time. Because your pain is the motivations in there. But you don't go as a shadow work into that pain. You don't go inside of this tank. You look at it in there. You saw it from within. And now everything that you develop through that pain from within is going to charge you forward. It's going to push you go forward. Beyond and behind anything that you ever know, you're going to grow to a whole another level of experience within you. You're going to find out what that's mean to be whole for it. So, hi, Floor. Hi, Arpita. Glad to have you guys here. Do you see my point? It's beautiful, but it's kind of like a deep from within the shadow. Deep with this shadow work from within. So The triggers. Who can triggers you? Situations, people, communications, life events, repeated life events. But everything that triggers you within you is that. I was wonder where I had an anger issues within me, things that have unsolved from before. Now I see them where I got them from. I understood where I got them from. You learn it through somebody else's gravitations when you grow up. So someone was so aggravated and you learn it to act like this. Maybe in your case, that will be when someone constantly told you no, no, no. And now when you feel the no, guess what? You haven't healed wound of things that you wanted in life. That could be so many things. But when the twin flames are coming in, they're actually pushing these buttons from within you. Your twin flame is not his fault that you have these issues. It's not your fault that you have issues. When you're deeply healing the wound, you will understand people didn't cause you that. People who was a growth from within them caused that. They wouldn't evolve. And if in this case and now in this situations you're looking from within you and you evolving, you will understand the pain was passed because of lack of awareness within the people. What are they doing when you are grow up? Because there was no people for them when they were grow up. You will understand your lifetime. You will understand the lifespan. Okay, that's what it is. All right, seems like I have to get up and go into the questions so you guys can ask some questions. Arpita, as I'm coming to in my divine feminine power, more triggers coming up for me now. My twin brought up where he's carrying himself had very low vibrational connection, sexual addiction. Now he told me that he get out of his life, but he's triggered of another cycle. I want to slap. Uh, I wanted to slap. He will bring another girl and abuse her similarly. How is this? And if I have a child with him, how will I trust him with a mother who is wounded on his darker level? Would you talk on this? I feel like I want to slap people who are toxic in nature. You need to understand what in this case for Arpita, when you look at it, he has to come in communications within you, look deeply within the issues in there. We're talking about that the abuse has been passed through generations and generations and generations and so on and so on. When we're talking of vibrational connection as a sexual addictions, that is a someone who doesn't know what love is, doesn't intimate situations within. The intimacy is total different perception about sexuality perceptions for it. So if there is an addictions for it, that is a kind of like putting the face mask to get energies to do. Like sex is like forced energies exchange, but they never bring satisfactions from it. You might have a body satisfactions, but it doesn't fulfill the needs within the gravity within the soul as a whole from within you. That's why most of the people who are wounded in there, they are looking from another sexual person, and so on and so on. By looking at that, the person is going to give them this. No, it's you. So you need to look at it within your twin flame. What is his situations in them? Maybe he is stuck somewhere in this pattern. Where did he learn that pattern from? What? It was that enforced from friends, from fathers, from relatives, or from culture. Arpita, you're gonna look at it in this. Okay. Uh, could be a mother issues. The mother is so controlling that she's controlling everything in the family, including him. And she was spoiling him, so guess what? He's a spoiled brat. He thinks that he's everything and everything from within. And guess what? When he goes, he thinks that that's what this is. But deeply inside of him, behind the shadow, is the soul. And that soul's can loves you. Okay? Because somehow he's awakening that he's doing the wrong things. He's looking for something out there in the world to connect his soul with someone. And when he sees you, he connects it. Why? Because he make the realizations, he make the situations from his soul to be getting awakened. And guess what? When you awaken the soul, who do you connect it to it? Who you recognize that you're awakening is the soul, the universe. So the universe create the connections within the twin flame. Okay. So yes, that's what you need to look for. As long as your anger is about that you see this anger, that anger situations, that manipulations and so on, it prevents you to be with the person you love. So you feel the aggravations and you feel like you want to slap people like they're toxic patterns. That is how they want you to be like them. Don't act on their aggravations from within. If you look at it deeply within the toxicity, it's passed on because it's unrecognized from the persons. And the toxicity was passed on from one generation to another without being detected, hidden in there. Oh, the person is like this. Oh, their family is like this. You have to accept that. You have to, put the blinders off it and don't do it like this. So you got to be very careful when this comes in with the family situations. You can go ahead and look at it. I mean, I look at it some situations from within, but that helped to resolve. Even I was talking to relatives about this, and actually through the talk with the relatives, and that helped. Okay, it helped. You find out the stories and the situations, and all of a sudden you put that puzzle together. When you put the puzzle together inside of you, that wound that it's stuck from within, it's healed, and you feel good. You feel empty, but empty of what? You feel empty of the pain. You might feel like because you are empty, you have no motivations anymore to do this. No, because you got used to it, the pain to motivate you to keep on going to evolve without the understanding that that frozen in time pain was coming to you to point out the situations from with you that you need to grow so you can be put yourself together, you can grow in there, and you can move up into a more different, higher level of inner peace. You guys gonna see it. It's coming in within about 2 weeks. We are gonna be tested on that inner peace. You'll see it. It's coming. So if I was you or Peter, don't act on these aggravations energies because that's how this aggravation energies is passed on. Okay. He's Paul Rudd. Yeah, I thought so. Probably he was. If you confirm it, so that's what it is. Dio, can you elaborate and make? No, I'm missing something. Dio, giving too much and people pleasing is how I cooked as a child. This become normal. I now find myself avoiding people and avoid feeling used and again. I still in the end am getting used, even at work. Carl Lucy, you need to look at it inside for work is work. If that is a work related issue, it's good. Let me tell you, because people at work, if they can understand the value you have, that you give more than they ask you for, they should reward you. They should be putting you in a positions so you can actually help coach and train people like you to give a little bit more because of your personality from within. That's what I am at work. That is called professional dignity. Don't mix it up with this. But when you give more, when you give the right, and when you give because it's of the truth from within you, that is a little different than the wound you just to give and give and give, even if the person doesn't want it, the help in there. That's what I'm talking about. You pushing yourself, because I understand through working within this that I wasn't pushing. Everything that went out smooth and slow in its own natural pace, and that natural pace begins turn out to be a very beautiful effects, not only on me but also within the person from within. So be careful there, Carlos. Make the difference, okay? There is this little tiny fine line, okay? Hi, Natalia. Thank you for coming. Uh, Revati, dear, can you elaborate and may talk about more the upcoming Lilith Moon conjunctions and Cancer in respect to healing? Yes, I can elaborate right now on this, Revati. Pretty good astrology questions. I was talking about this before. When the Lilith was created, God gave her the light of the soul, the goddess, lover, to be with Adam, to a point that that is the love under God. But Lilith, okay, she wanted to control Adam. She wanted to control, she wanted to be on the top of the things, and she wanted to be not this uh, respectful person from what she didn't want it to be treated like this. She wanted something more. She wanted power. But the power was given to be shared, not to be overtaken. So if you look at it the toxic way of Lilith, that is the deceptions, that is uh, the discretions, that is the cheating, that is manipulations, that is this shadow personality from. But through this shadow personality, once Lilith is healed and she becomes the mother and she connects with the goddess part from within her, that is the healing of the three female archetypes that are kind of like a basically going out there. You know, there's this easy ladies, they are more within the energies of Lilith. There is this ladies, they are very good spouses, they are very caring mothers, but they have a lack within the connections with God, or they have a lack within this intimacy, perfectionism that it demands look for it. And that's why the man is still looking for someone. Usually the man looks for a woman similar to his mother, because for him, the mother is the ultimate woman. But actually, within the energies that there is, the man needs the connections to God, which is Venus, the connections to mother. So this person has to be a good mother, good as a mother, and so on and so on, but also looks for that specifically intimate partner in there. And where there is missing portions out of this, there is this missing portions within the feminine. And now the healing comes in right now because it's in the Cancer. It is about that. It's all about that within the family. So you put God first, which is Venus. If you look at it within this case, you put the moon, which is the intuition, and the mother, the spouse, and you put Lilith in there, the intimate partner. So guess what? You make this unification. These unifications begin a long time ago. So that's what I'm elaborating within this. Because right now there is these beautiful energies that the moon and Lilith coming together. That it's when the mother is calling Lilith, or the intuition tells Lilith, listen, all you do is you just played around. Why don't look deep inside of your shadow and see that this intimacy that you didn't give is your gift from God to your husband, to your friend, to your brother, to the person you love so much. That's what the healing is. You getting it? There's a lot of it going on in there within. That's what this soul healing chat is going to help down the road. That's what this lot of emotions. Some of you may be crying right now. Some of you may be looking from within. And yes, we have to be in the hermit mode. I was the same way. I wanted to be left alone. But a lot of the people, when they feel alone, Diamond B, right now, is when somebody bothers them, they're like, I want to cut communications. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to love you. I don't want to be with you. They don't understand. There is a wound in there that it's not healed. Diamond B. Okay? But it's also you to look from within and unite yourself. You to heal the situations for it. You to heal the things within your own self. That is the beauty. That is the beauty, guys. Very good period. Today, actually, if you haven't watched the Astrogravitational Report, 2 years ago, we talking about Lilith. 2 years ago, the Moon, Jupiter, and Saturn, they enter Aquarius, and I wrote it there. What actually is going to happen? That was 2 years ago. Guess where Lilith was? Lilith was at the 16 degrees of Taurus, where we had this full moon. So actually, what actually happened in the past few days, what actually happened within this Scorpio season, pretty much all this year, was the beginning of this ignition period that Jupiter, Saturn, and the Moon enter within Aquarius. If you guys wanted me, you can wait for it. I can send you the link in there. You guys can go ahead and see it from within you. But also, the Astrogravitational Report is actually the whole article that I wrote in there. So, but yes, it's normal, Diamond B, about to feel alone because you need to purge a lot. You have to get and look for it. And right now, since I know what's going on within you, don't force it too much. Be on your own. Be within. Stay within your inner peace. Diamond B. Okay, please. Arpita, I stitch off many men in my life. I hate it, man. Actually, Arpita, look at why do you hate the man? Not all the men are the same. If you look at within your situations, you may be stuck with something in the man's. Maybe back in the days, maybe some man was wrong towards you. Maybe there was a physical, maybe there was emotional, or any other abuse from within you. Now you cannot open to the man because you have the wound. You're stuck with this wound. So every time you go in having a relationship with the man, you want to open and so on, but the wound doesn't prevent you to open in full. Your soul loves, but that unhealed wound doesn't. That unhealed wound, it leaves you in a fear and so on. So look at it in there. What caused you to hate man's? Actually, look in there. If you need some help, find me on Facebook. Natalia, I'm very chilly this day, connecting with myself, not triggering, hope last. Yes, Natalia, if you guys did the inner work during the Scorpio season, you're going to feel okay. But there is always going to be something like leftovers that you need to do. There's always going to be this forgiving, not forgiving situations, triggers, and so on. But if you did the most of the work now, you're going to be feel a little better. You're going to be feel more chill from yourself. So that's pretty good. It should be. That's what I said. That because right now we have this, we still have this intense energies between Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius. And when the midheaven or ascendant is in Leo, it triggers even this for it. But if you look at it within, if you did your work, you should be feel very well. And hi, Dio, not to be a devil's advocate, but I have struggled with this idea. It leaves woman with one path to God is through husband. Maybe it's my Lilith challenge, not sure. Lilith is a challenge for a lot of females, and there because of the perceptions behind the shadow of Lilith. Why was the Lilith created at the same time as Adam? And why they talk about it's one of the biggest confrontations in their contradictions and situations discussing in the Bible. Why, when the earth was originated, God created everything, male and female, as a couples, including man and the woman. And later on, we're reading about the story that Adam was alone and he looked to God so God can create Eve. So there was a old, if you look at it more from within, you will understand actually that Adam was left without Lilith because Lilith walked out of the paradise in there. And now Adam cannot perform or cannot fulfill the divine duties. So God take him and move him to another place and made the copy of it to it. But still, the divine energies between Adam and Lilith still not fulfilled. And that's what the twin flames looking for, that fulfillment from the soul. That is actually how the awakening up coming in. There's a lot of to be revealed now. The truth's coming out. It's a mess. Let me tell you, the energy, the collective energies, they are mess right now. But it's mess because things are coming out, things are going in. The divine is coming in. There's a lot of movement right now. Okay, I mean a lot of up down. That's like at the Jacob's ladder. Angels goes up, angels goes down, and everything goes quickly. You guys maybe have a hard time to keep it up with, but if you are going into this road, some of the things that's going to happen to you is going to be very quick. Usually things that took maybe 20 years to understand, now you're going to understand it much better. Why? Jupiter is in Pisces, the mysticism, returning back to this origin, the point of origin, what the damage was. So, yeah. I agree, much release in the last few days. So, yes, we're purging a lot. Full moon Scorpio, ascendant Pisces. Yeah, you should be feel good, Christine, with this. If there is something you need to clear it up, you should. 4101, thank you. Thank you for coming to the chat. Actually, it's abandonment. Most of my mother was abusive, domestic abuse, and emotionally, mentally abuse environment, which was extremely horrible. That is affected. Because lack of a masculine energy to prevent your mother from doing all this. That was the reason why I hate men. Look from within, Arpita, what is that? Because I can understand you to have negative thoughts against mothers and so on because of your mother, the way it was from within. But look, the pattern. The pattern will tell you what's going on. Second thing, I had a lifetime issue when I was raped in multiple ways. There you go. That was the rapes. Okay. Yeah, it's time for you to heal all this. Take a look that maybe your mother didn't know how to properly raise you because she wasn't properly raised. She may be acting on the basis as a child and tries to raise you. Grown up raising childs. When a child raise a child, then begins a problem. Then begins a lot of situations in there. So look within your mom's positions. What is she knew about family? What is she knew about situations? Why she would possibly act and react like this towards you? What was causing it? This usually mothers doesn't do that. Why? What would it do? Mother is to give love, caring, compassions, be the goddess mother from within. That's what the moon is. She looks everything around. The moon in the astrology goes around for 28 days, collects the experience. And when it goes back in home in Cancer, which is right now in there, it is about to give the best in the family. But if it is a wounded, if there was a Lilith so much in there, and that love and caring from the moon wasn't done it, guess what? There is something to do with this. And that's why today, when the moon and Lilith comes in, more possibly a lot of the females will have this understandings from within. Yeah, when you look at this, uh, when you look at it in these situations, I want to give you a link up here. Just 1 second. Uh, so this is a psychology link. I want to give it to you guys. That is about talking about when you're stuck. You can see some of the things in there. It's a good reflections within yourself. So I don't want to forget about it. So you guys can see all this. Forgiveness, yes, you have to forgive the things because people do things because they don't know better. If they knew better, the things would have been different. But why do they don't do better? Because they have nobody to learn from it. And here's where it comes in. You cannot judge the one who doesn't know the things. But the one who knows the things and does it, then there is a problem with the behavior. There is something else. They have to look in their shadow from within. Don't forget, we're still learning on these cases. We're still learning the coin, the elimination process. You look at it on one side, but you're looking at the other. You put them both together, you got the coin, you got the illumination process from within. We're still looking at that, guys. Oh, yeah, things are moving quickly, exactly. That environment was terrible, probably was. But it's time for you to look within this deep wound, Arpita, and disconnect. After you heal it, you disconnect with your past because your past is the one that doesn't put you to move forward in life, to attract what you need in life. Uh, Maria Richards, forgiveness of self, forgiveness of one, big revelations, healing. Yes, very beautiful. Another thing that triggers me from this guy, even I have pointed out many things to my twin, but still keeping going the shit, or mostly I could never see acceptance of behavior. Uh, you were so wounded, so you look at it through the behaviors, and because you're so wounded, you're attracting people who wounding you, Arpita. But when you stop this, you're going to find people that you're going to work and they're going to help you heal from within. The universe is going to arrange it as long you are open to it. Trust me, that's how the universe works. I know how it works. You look up to the universe and the universe says, okay, you need help. Good. You went to the universe and it's like, I want to have a, hi Lena, thank you for coming. You're looking into the universe and you're like, I want my twin flame. I want my soul connections. I want my love. I want everything. I want this. And now you meet him. Are you ready to be You need to understand that twin flames, when it comes in, it triggers you to heal to a very good point, to a point of you to understand all this, grow up from within. As I said before, when a twin flames begins to be united, they become something else. They become divine partnerships. They're not anymore twin flames. They begin something else. They unite both of them within the divine. It's a third party involved in there. Hi, Elizabeth. Thank you. Thank you for the gift. Thank you for everything. I want to move forward now. Yes, when you decide that you don't want to play games with this anymore, you don't want to play games with these situations, you want to move in life, you will. But you need to make a conscious decisions and tell the universe what you want. Be as concrete as possible, crystal, precise, mental picture from within you about it. And you'll see how the gravitations, which is the law of the attractions, works from within you. So, yeah. And the point was this frozen in time situation is actually was pushing it to evolve. But once you understand it to a point of evolutions that was the reason why you evolved, you solved that problem, you solved this situation, now you're free to evolve in different areas, you to go above and beyond for it. It is beautiful when you get and heal this. Yeah, there is a lot more to heal, but it's very beautiful. I had noticed in my close family some jealousy between mother and the daughter, especially if it's the family women who are just two of them. It's a generational cycle. Relationship mother-daughter can be a very good. It could be a very toxic. If ungrown, properly developed mother has a child and she is not fully aware of how to take care of child and so on, she acts like a child. But once the child grows up, sees all these situations, now the child turns to a parent towards mother. So basically, the child parenting the mother from within. It could be some jealousy issues in there because maybe the daughter achieved something that the mother couldn't. That is also a wound within the mother, but the mother have to understand what the wounds was within the daughter, and so on and so on. So you need to look at the generational cycle. That generational cycle, it usually comes in from grandmother, mother, a daughter, and grandchild in there. You can see like within a span, 3, 4 generations from within Natalia. If you need some help, Natalia, you know where to find me, right? On Facebook. We can talk and make some sessions and we can see. Permanent one, how to reach clarity and communication. I will put it into a situation that all I have constant doubt about the connection, just want to move on. A lot of mystery. Clarity of communications. Why you don't have a clarity of communications? You don't have a clarity of communications because you, from deeply from within you, you don't have clarity with what do you want? What do you look for? You are not in consensus of precise situations what you want to communicate. So there is this lack of communications or expressions. That could be a leading permanent one to, it can come from you stuck in a pattern that you cannot probably express how you feel in full, express how the things are. Maybe you fear to express everything from within you because of you may be gonna be rejected, you may be gonna be misunderstood. So there is a lot of fears in there. But when you look at within the mystery of this, within the shadow, that is actually the stuck pattern. You might be looking at to that stuck patterns from within you and see where they came from. Maybe when you wanted something as a child, but maybe when you wanted to have a talk with your mother was not available. Or if your mother was not emotionally available, he wasn't able to give you that openness as a mother daughter towards you, and you become emotionally unavailable from within. So there's a lot of going on within that questions. If you need to look within this, but permanent one, find me on the Facebook, and we can discuss something if you need some help more within this, because it's going to take some more time to really look within the issue, because the issue has sub issues that leads to the actual issue, because you see the effect, but the causes, they are mutual. They are for events that you look from within life, and then we going down to the root cause. If you guys don't understand this, go ahead and watch the video that we did here in the live chat. That was we talk about the importance of the root cause from within you, within your energies, within things. For you're welcome, Natalia. I have similar issues. There is a lot of issues of this are coming in. I spoke about this. I think sometimes over the past 2 months or something. I think so when there was when there was a Cancer season. In the Cancer season, we had the Moon, Lilith, and Venus. They all came in together in Cancer. So that triggers a lot of stuff within the feminine energy. For so you might look at it inside of you. Where are you liking it? If you're liking the intimacy within your own relationships, then you have a fear that is attached to that intimacy. If you have a lack of being a mother from within, how you gonna be develop yourself as a mother within? If you have a lack of believing within divine, what is the shadow work that prevents you to be connecting with this goddess part within yourself? So I have a similar issue, but now I have a lot of compassion for everyone and for self, but being misunderstood, although holding a lot for love, and literally hurts. Look within the hearts, Arpita. Always look deeply from within the hearts. Always. Uh, Natalia, maybe next topic: fear of truth speaking and receiving. Good topic. I like it. And there. Arpita, this was pattern of my mother. Yeah, I seen it so many times. Deal with it with some of the people lately in the past 6 7 months. Exactly of this mother-daughter relationships in there. Astrology wise, they were talking about this age of Pisces, of this matriarchal situations with the feminine energy, these manipulations, this underneath the toe control, this deceiving for it, this physical appearance, but the inside is something different. That's what this was, and that's ending right now because we are going through the age of Aquarius. Uh, this was pattern of my mother. Yeah, a fear of intimacy and motherhood issues. Yeah, it's all related with that. And in the chart, you can actually see the situations in the chart. Usually, the moon has some intense energies with Saturn, Mars for it, or moon. It has intense energies with Venus for. So in there you can relate it with that. Also, the moon towards. If she has sons or situations, you're gonna see it with them. Sometimes can be develop a pain from, for example, Sun uh, opposing Venus. That is authority opposing love, and that is the lack of love. But the Sun is also a father figure that is so strict, or so on and so on. There is a lot of this to it. Okay. Or was fear of intimacy. She was misjudged, even though that she did a lot, especially with my father and mother. There was a lot of abuse. Marpita, I can read a chart. Find me on the Facebook, and we can have this private chat. Not a problem. Okay. So, guys, there is a very good topic. If you guys wanted to, we can go ahead and do that. Natalia wants to talk about fear of truth speaking and receiving. If you guys up to it. Oh yeah, Arpita, that's what we talk about. These distort energies. When the masculine has a feminine energy, he is afraid, and then we have a woman that she is developed these masculine energies from within, and now there is a trauma bond in there. And with through that trauma bond, there cannot be developed a healthy family. Why? Because the mother doesn't understand her mothering issues, that she needs to be feminine, and the father, he's too weak in there because he's afraid of the masculine energies of his wife. And that creates a lot of, we talk about ungrown people who have a child and they're trying to parenting. And for one, like my twin attached to his mother, afraid to speak up. Yes, a lot of people are afraid to speak up. You know what it's fear? Illusions. The fears, those are the emotional wounds, those emotional walls that put in around you, and you're like, I'm not going to talk about it. If the person sees my walls, if the person sees my things, then it's not this what I present myself. Divine is valuing the authenticity from it. The power of the truth within divine is incredibly powerful. Powerful. So, if you're afraid to speak up your truth, why? Because you're giving power to the others. Most of the time, that's what it is. You're afraid what others will judge you, the others will say. But guess what? You struggle within the pain because you need to be understood by someone. So you're contradicting from within yourself because of this wound. But when you're overcoming the limitations of speak up, you will find the understanding. Maybe not from everybody, but you will find the understanding from others. The truth is a very good and a powerful tool. It's the only tool that we need to evolve from there. You get in it, living within your truth, then you get everything. True love, true relationship, true situations, true understanding, true healing. Everything is true. When you don't have the truth, it's only an imitations of the things. Vulnerability, that is the key. You to have this self-confidence from within you to be vulnerable. You to not give a crap that you are vulnerable. Because otherwise you're giving a crap for a people how they're going to react towards you, and you put them in charge of your life. They in a charge of your spirituality. Their visions of what you need to be. And you wound it. Yes, this is good because it's what becomes a struggle, fear of truth, speaking and receiving. Whoa, Erica, thank you. Wow, thank you, Erica. You know, guys, I appreciate when you guys donating all this here. You're supporting me. It's a crucial moment, but you guys helping a lot here. I'm helping you, you helping, we're all helping. We did a lot of collective work in here. I mentioned Sunday 11/11. I know the energy currently it's for a lot of people an emotional time. A lot of people want to go in a hermit mode. A lot of people want to be go ahead and longing. But can you longing for your pain? No. It's time for you to let it go of your pain. Look what your pain is. Look from within yourself. Look deeply in there. It's beautiful when you saw it though. It's beautiful. All right, guys. Okay, then we're gonna be doing the Natalia's. All right. Maria Richards, my plan is to eclipse my grief. Grief, that is the highest level of love, but would point that you can't give it anymore. Grieving process is good from within. After the grief, you begin to heal the wounds, you roll up your sleeves, and you go and you're walking into these situations, into these lifetimes in there. That actually, those lifetimes, those situations from within you, they're not going to affect you anymore because you building the road right in front of you, right before your feet, not because of the path there is was behind you. It is just behind because of the path that lies before you. And you leave that path for the others to walk in after you. That's what you're here for. You to leave something after yourself in this society, to give something to it. Otherwise, where you live? To go, to wake up, to brush your teeth, to go to work, to make money, to come back, to cook something, to eat something, to watch TV for a little bit. And what did you do? Same thing over and over. So, yeah. In the lover's heart is the flute that plays the melody of the longing. Yes, longing. But within the longing is the love in there, John. Very beautiful thing. But hopefully there is no wounds in there, that longing. And that's where the fear comes in. Fear of truth and speaking. Yes, John, thanks for coming to the chat. Yes, thank you for the saying so, path of new creations, one step at a time. Yes, it's a one step at a time. Because most of us, we looking at in the back and we cannot move forward. Or we are forcing so much something on the front that we don't look in it what it's actually in our path right before our feet. So nothing is more expensive than the moment. The right moment, the right time, the right situations from within. That's what this is. We're experiencing a lot of turmoils. We're experiencing a lot of changes, a lot of situations in there. But we are going to new places, new situations, and so on and so on. So proud of you guys that you did this. So, all right. If there is no any more questions, guys, let's share the love and the light, and let's come back here tomorrow. We're gonna be talking about the fear of truth, of speaking yourself and receiving the truth. You will understand whenever you receive the truth. Do you know how you receive the truth, guys? When you send the truth out and you make it loud and clear. I understand how the truth feels, and I understand when other people tell me the truth. Please don't lie to me. We're gonna talk about this tomorrow. All right, guys. So thank you, and I hope to connect with you on a private chat with you. Yeah, Sir Peter, send me a message, and we can set up a time, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, with this. Okay, let me know. Not a problem. Okay. Arpita, right in the channel, right in the top where the banner is, there is a Facebook. You click on the Facebook and you send me a private message in there. Thank you, Paulina, Diamond B, Arpita, Elizabeth. All right, guys. Okay. Much love to you all. John, but what are we longing for if we don't like the twins' ego? We're not responsible for the twins' ego. We're not responsible for their behaviors. Only thing we are responsible as a twin flames is to trigger them to heal. They need a help and they want to reach out for healing. That is their problem. You need to understand a person who does not want to heal. I learned that right now. This hard lesson, by the way. People who does not want to be healed, even if you tell them what are the problem and what they need to heal with, and they don't want to heal, you can't help them. No, you can't. Even if they're a twin, if they're a divine partner, they are the person who has to make the precise, clear mental pictures and decision and act upon these decisions to heal. And their ego is going to come in because they don't want to heal. They're weak within themselves. And the weakness comes in because of lack of growth. Ultimately, if you look at it within the psychology, we're talking about all the personal disorders. I want to mention this also right now. All they are leading to one thing. It's called immaturity, personal disorders. Everything is there. Lack of the maturity from within you. But when the person gets himself within, when the person grabs his hands, it's like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to change. I'm going to be evolved. I'm going to see. I'm going to heal. That's maturity there. But we're not responsible for them. They have to do it on their own. And if they don't want to do it, then what are you going to do? Stuck? Keep on going forward with the divine. That's all you can do. It is what it is. So, yeah. Margot, not a problem. So, Staying in a no environment is the main issue of TF. Yeah, you need to understand some of the people there feel comfortable. They want to continue doing the same things over and over into the known world because they are afraid to leave the comfort zone. Do you know what the comfort zone is? It's the killer of your growth, and it's passing from one generation to the other, left and right. But we're going through a new ages. We have to evolve. Now these gravitations, this hurry up. You may feel it around. You don't have to be awakened. Okay, let's put it this way. You just have to go look around the people around. Go out for a walk in the town that you live. Go to a store. Go into a place. Go to the mall. Go to the park. You will see, you will sense the people that something is brewing. Something goes on with humanity. They're all looking deeply from within to grow up. You will understand this. It's not only us, the chosen ones, the special ones, whatever you want to call us, twin flames, divine partnerships. So, yeah, we should not feel guilty, by the way. If you did everything that you did within your powers, even when a divine was there and they decide not to change, there is nothing you can do about it. There is nothing. If the truth is missing, if the situations is there, if they telling you something, but you know they're not telling you why they're doing this, the truth behind it, guess what? You don't trust them. They don't trust you. Divine doesn't trust in both of you in that case. So what are you gonna do? You gotta be a personal example because there's gonna be a people that's gonna look it from you. They're gonna be a twin flames couples, and they're both gonna comes in and work within these situations. You do your work as a twin flame, as a single situations. Lindy Cowling said this. He said it. She says, like, if your twin flame doesn't want to come in, don't stuck in your life. Mel said that. Now I'm telling you. So you should not feel guilty, exactly, Natalia. Aquarius, the collective experience in this for sure. Yes. I see the benefits right now within this Aquarius. I see it within people. I see their triggers, the emotional situations. That everyone has things to deal with. But you know what is the beauty, guys? The beauty is like when we're all coming in, we're sharing everything, we're sharing our experience, and guess what? It benefits all of us, but it benefits everyone who's going to watch afterwards this video. Isn't that beautiful? We're doing the Aquarius job. We begin to do it. We are there. We just haven't realized it in full. What's cooking? What's going on within us as a society? All right, guys. Love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Be loved, guys. You're welcome.